Hi everyone, my name is Kierston and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. Recently I had been looking for a vendor who would be able to ship within the US, and when I tell you that search was almost impossible, it really felt like it was almost impossible until I found Apparel Candy. So I'm not sure if you all have ever looked into wholesale vendors, but most of them are outside of the United States, making it really hard to purchase from them just because, one, you have to pay a US shipment fee, which to me is just absurd. And then two, you have to wait 1 to 2 months for your shipment unless you're specifying that you want to pay even more to ship into the US. Definitely had a hard time looking for someone that I could trust and rely on, because you're placing orders for high demand items. Customers want their items within a week, if not a couple of days. So for me, it took nothing for me to want to become a customer of Apparel Candy. There's just so many things that I could rant on and on about, but I'll just keep it to a minimum. Just because, again, I literally fell in love as soon as I read into who they were, where they were, and the products that they had to offer. So for me, for one, I'm all about affordability. So when I was looking at the products, I saw that they had very, 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 very competitive price points. It's very rare that you'll find an item that you'll like that isn't way too expensive. And with all the items that I found on Apparel Candy that were like items you would think would be price pointed at like $100 a pack, I was so shocked to see that they were way cheaper than that. And so literally I was spending my time going through each product, buying 2, 3, 4 items of, or 2, 3, 4 of the same product. So that for me was a convincing factor in my decision. So I really, really love the convenience that they offer as well. So they are on Instagram. They have an app, and then of course they started online. So whenever I saw their online website, if you have an iPhone, instantly the option to download the app becomes available, and I was like, okay, let me try the app. Love the app, love the convenience. Same view, just a lot more convenient. And then I saw them on Instagram. I love Instagram. Instagram is like literally my go-to daily as soon as I wake up before I go to bed. So on top of that, I was able to go and look at their profile and see a lot of the shades and styles that I was looking for on models. And that to me was a shoo-in, just because it's so hard to really visualize, what a frame will look like, especially if your nose is, I have a little bit wider nose. So for me, I wanted to see, how the glasses would look like on somebody that has the same kind of symmetry as facially as myself, or just to see how it would look on, different facial features and structures and stuff like that. So for me, that was another thing that persuaded me to commit to purchasing with Apparel Candy, because, I was able to compare and see what styles truly look like. So I love that about them. And then also the convenience of being able to reach out to someone on Instagram and to be able to connect with them if you have any kind of questions or concerns. I'm sure they want you to go and use their email, but the fact that they were able to answer my questions the same way that they would through email, but a lot faster through Instagram, I was just in love. I'm all about good customer service, and whoever that I was speaking with, whether it be had the same person or someone different, each time I interacted with them, I felt more at peace with my decision. So that was another thing that sold me about Apparel Candy. Also, the styles. It's so hard to find a company that sells all the styles you're looking for. I do research when it comes to the styles that I'm looking for, because trends are constantly changing and you have to just stay ahead of fashion, and Apparel Candy is probably ahead of the trends that are becoming more in style. And that, to me, oh my god, obviously the market's going to be competitive, but I think I'm going to stick out more because I have more competitive styles, or more trendier styles that people aren't even aware are in style yet. So I'm so grateful that I found them, because now I don't have to go to numerous sites and try and find the style that I'm looking for and buy from them and then buy from someone else and try and make sure that they come at the same time. I can just buy from one wholesaler and, you know, just get it all over with. So that was another thing that really drew me into Apparel Candy, because they're literally just up to date. And picking back to, you know, being affordable and, you know, just competitive, they make it so easy for you to get all that you're looking for and not feel like, oh, I don't have enough money to pay for this, or oh, should I wait to get this? Like, no, you shouldn't wait to get this. No, you should get it now because you want it now. And they did just that by these payment options. You have PayPal, you have using your debit or credit card, but my favorite two, Equal Pay and Quad Pay. Life is so much easier when those things are involved. So I'm making installments on a large order that I could not resist from submitting, and I am using the Equal Pay option to pay it off. I have no shame, because I'm not the type of person who spends all, I mean, I have been before, but I've learned my lesson. I don't like to spend the majority of my money and then I'm left with nothing. So I was about to slip up and spend a good amount of money on some shades, but